Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's been inevitable at this point. Justin Tucker is no longer a Raven. We saw it coming, so let's just break it all down. First of all, am I happy or sad about this move? Honestly, pretty neutral. Pretty neutral. Because you take the whole story out of it and just focus on the football part. And clearly, Justin's head was not in the game last season, right? Now, did I absolutely love Justin Tucker before this news came out? Absolutely. What Ravens fan didn't? I mean, that was automatic Tuck. The man didn't miss. So when you started seeing cracks in his foundation this past season, you asked yourself, like, what is going on with this guy? What's wrong with him? And then we find out in January that Justin Tucker, otherwise known as J. Diddy, was whipping his meat out to be stroked or gazed upon by massage therapists in Baltimore. Not just one, not just two, multiple massage therapists in Baltimore. To the point where the guy had to be banned from these therapy places. And we make fun of Deshaun Watson, so we got to give freaking Justin Tucker all the smoke, dude. We got to give everything we got because we've been making fun of Deshaun Watson this whole time. We got to keep that same energy with Jay Diddy over here, okay? It's just ridiculous. So when the story comes out, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, well, that makes sense why he wasn't performing the way that he used to perform. Because he said in his statement, and I'll get to that in a second, he said in his statement that he had learned about this article before the or like during the season, before the season, something like that. So it makes sense as to why not only was he missing kicks, but I know a lot of us fans were wondering, why the hell does he look so disheveled? You know, why does he look like he's like dying? This dude literally looks like he was on the brink of death at one point, and everyone's like, he's out of his mind. And he literally was. I can't imagine, you know, the stress of this story coming out on top of, you know, your performance over this season. So now, am I trying to defend the guy? Absolutely not. I don't defend any of this. So let's just, you know what? Let's just get into the facts here. The facts. The story comes out and then Justin Tucker releases this statement. The allegations in the Baltimore Banner article about me are unequivocally false. Look at him with that little Membian word. Throughout my career as a professional athlete, I have always sought to conduct myself with the utmost professionalism, and I have never been accused of misconduct. You know what? This is a long statement. Basically, all he says is, I didn't do. That's pretty much all he said, is the article is bullshit, and I didn't do the bullshit. So take my word for it. Fast forward a little while, the league opens up an investigation into this matter, and we haven't heard anything since. But in between that time, some old tweets have resurfaced from, I don't know who the accounts were. I probably couldn't even find the tweets but tweets existed from 2021 that basically accused Tucker of the same exact thing before this article was even in the works. So that just adds credibility to the story, right? Now we get to today. Well, actually, before we get to today, we get to the draft. And for the first time in franchise history, the Baltimore Ravens draft a kicker. Tyler Loop out of Arizona. First time in history. Coincidence? I think not. So, that happens, and the writing's pretty much on the wall at that point. I mean, now I said in last week's video, I loved the move because At the very least, I wanted to see some competition in the room, and I'll stand on that. And with Tucker being released, I still want more competition in that room. I don't want to have to rely on just a rookie kicker to get us through this entire season. Because, what if we get halfway through and the dude just stinks? Like, absolutely stinks. Like, the dude hasn't taken a shower in months, right? I would not like to be that team that's caught with their pants down and doesn't have a kicker. Because you need a reliable kicker in the playoffs. So, do I think that Tyler Loop could be that for us? Sure. Like, I have the utmost faith in him. But it's better to be safe than sorry. So, I'm all for them bringing in more competition. Now, where was I? Oh, the statement from Eric DeCosta. Sometimes football decisions are incredibly difficult, and this is one of those instances. Considering our current roster, we have made the tough decision to release Justin Tucker. Justin created many significant memories and unforgettable moments in Ravens history. Mind you, he also holds the record for the longest field goal in NFL history. That's not in the statement. I just wanted to point that out as well. His reliability, focus, drive, resilience, I don't know what EDC is smoking at this part, but resistance and extraordinary talent made him one of the league's best kickers for over a decade. And that's absolutely true. We are grateful for Justin's many contributions while playing for the Ravens. We sincerely wish him and his family the very best in this next chapter of their lives. So notice how there is no comment on the legal status of Justin Tucker. It's all about it being a football decision. Now, Eric DeCosta and John Harbaugh have both spoken on this whole situation. And to sum it up for you guys, they basically said, we had to talk to him. We told him, like, bro, what the f*** are you doing? And we're leaving it in the league's hands. That's pretty much all they've said. Then they draft Tyler Loop. Here we are. So what is the next chapter of Justin Tucker's life? Because a team is going to take a flyer on Justin Tucker, regardless if he gets suspended or not. Regardless if it comes out that he's guilty or innocent, a team is going to take a shot on him. I mean, if the Browns are still rolling with Deshaun Watson, it's funny to say he could go to the Browns, but I mean, I see a team picking him up. A team's going to be like, yeah, you whipped your dick out, whatever. It is what it is. You were ejaculating on their little bed. Yeah, it's cool, man. That's all right. You were telling the massage therapist, hey, hold this shit, don't matter to us. Kick good field goals. So cool. We'll pay you. So I do see him going somewhere else. The future for the Ravens. I just want the same reliability that we had with Justin Tucker. Doesn't even need to be the biggest leg. I feel like a lot of people, they look at Justin Tucker for the power in his leg. That's a horrible thing to say right now. But they look at, oh, he has the longest field goal in NFL history. Okay, so he's got a big leg. Not meat, big leg. Just get that straight. This isn't C. Diddy over here. It's J. Diddy. But he didn't just get gifted the nickname Automatic Tuck. Like, that was garnered over years of consistency. Kind of like Eric DeCosta said, his reliability, focus, drive, and resilience have shown off his talent. Right? So I just hope and pray that Tyler Loop is what he is set out to be. And I hope that he could even come close to the reliability that Justin Tucker had. Because as a fan going through last season, you knew something was off. Like, it really hit me during the Eagles game last year that, oh my God, Justin Tucker could miss this field goal. And he did. And I feel like that was a thought that many Ravens had in that moment, because he had already missed one that day. He ended up missing two. Same can be said during the Raiders game, week 2. Could have won that game too. So, Mr. Tucker, Mr. T. Diddy, I don't know, what did I even, J. Diddy, had us fans on the edge of our seats for the opposite reason that he had built up over the last decade. And I don't like feeling that way. I really don't like feeling that way. You know, missing extra points, missing 3 points. Come on. Like, that is a horrible feeling. You know, and then you lose a tight game off of one of those. You know? It's just gut-wrenching. And I really hope that Tyler Loop is what we think he is. So, at this point, all I have to say is farewell, Justin Tucker. I would say wish you luck, but we're still waiting on the league's results. We're still waiting to see if he's going to get fined, if he's going to get suspended. Still wait. But what we do know is that Justin Tucker is no longer a Baltimore Raven.